The Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away, apparently. A few days ago I posted a video about Benson Boone's #1 hit song, Beautiful Things. And some of the lyrics really stuck with me. And I thank God every day for the girl he sent my way, but I know the things he gives, he can take away. This echoes the familiar saying, the Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away. This is based on a verse from the biblical book of Job, chapter 1, verse 21. And it's often used in funeral services. The Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away. In the context of the book of Job, Job is depicted as a righteous man that God has greatly blessed. And God boasts about Job to Satan, who doesn't at this stage in the narrative anyway seem to be God's enemy. Satan argues that Job is only righteous because God has blessed him. So God gives Satan permission to ruin Job's life in order to test his faith. Nice one, God. Job responds to this as follows. Naked I came out of my mother's womb, and naked shall I return thither. The Lord gave, and the Lord hath taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord. So this is where this saying originates, the Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away. And this, I suggest, is behind Benson Boone's words, but I know the things he gives me, he can take away. I guess people use this saying as a way of expressing the unpredictability, the randomness and arbitrariness of life. Life is fragile, nothing is guaranteed, nothing can be taken for granted. All noble sentiments. But, of course, they take this one step further. They are claiming, in fact, that these gains and losses are not arbitrary. They are, in fact, the work of God. Either God himself is completely arbitrary about when, where, and how he blesses or curses someone, or there is some secret purpose, some hidden meaning behind God's actions. The apparent randomness of these events is already there without having to invoke God. So I can only assume that this saying is being used to suggest that these events are not random at all, but are the acts of God himself, part of some mysterious purpose that only he apparently knows. We just have to trust him. Frankly, no thanks, I'll pass. But that's another story. When I was an Anglican priest, I conducted many funeral services, often for young people and sometimes, unfortunately, sadly, even for children. Two things I never, ever said at these funerals. The first, I never said that the person was now in a better place, or any nonsense about God taking them young because they were special or especially loved by God. I could never bring myself to say words like this. Words like that would stick in my throat, make me feel quite sick. The second thing, I never said it happened for a reason or similar thoughts. Again, that just makes me nauseous. What I did say was that I hoped that they would be able to build something positive from this tragic, inexplicable event. Never that there was some imagined good buried in this event somewhere, but rather that they may be able to create something from it. I don't know if this was comforting, but it was sincere, and I could never say the other things. Things don't happen for a reason, unless we are the agents of these actions and we're doing them for reasons of our own. Things happen, and this is the raw material out of which we have the opportunity to construct our lives going forward. Or sometimes not. Not everyone does or can. I'm not here to judge them. Thankfully, God isn't either. Evoking the concepts of fate or karma are not really much better. Often they conceal the concept of some hidden will anyway, some mysterious Wizard of Oz operating behind the curtain, or perhaps some mysterious law operating in the universe. The laws we're dealing with are the laws of gravity, the laws of the electromagnetic force, Planck's constant, all these things. There's no law of fate or karma. These concepts belie our role as agents, as active doers in the universe. It's true that we're often not in control of events, and perhaps sometimes less in control than we imagine and out of control more than we'd like. But this is in no way directed at us personally, either by God or fate. What we do and what happens to us is not fated, not destined. At least I don't believe it is. These ways of understanding reality are ultimately childish, not childlike, childish. And we need to grow up if we're actually to survive the trials of reality. We certainly don't need the added burden of some God hovering over us who, on a whim or in some wager with Satan, can suddenly just snatch everything away from us.